yeah, it's another sketch background. For the Mackenzie sitting behind the desk thing, I used a vector layer and just set it to exclude and put it on Mackenzie. For these guys, it was pretty easy making them look from another layer. This shot kind of made my iPad fry, but not that much, so it was fine. I just had to do some extra editing to make it less laggy, but it was fine for the most part. Solid color, because to make them blend in the background, and a flip layer. I didn't do a bulge layer because, like I said, my iPad was lagging, and I couldn't really do the rest of the scene, so you win some, you lose some. Actually did the same for Mackenzie, the solid color flip layer, yeah. This is for the light, so that they actually interact with the light, and they interact with the dark too. Some extra light on top of the dark, and some fun stuff. There's also a overlay layer, but I didn't have that here because, again, my iPad was lagging. But yeah, this was the scene. So this scene is obviously in spoiler territory, but I deleted all the spoiler stuff, so it's fine. This is another Sketchfab background, just screenshot. And for the security room thing, I call it the security room, I don't know what it actually is. It's a lab kind of thing. There's light from the computer monitor stuff. There's what actually is this? There's the shape. Oh, I think I accidentally duplicated layer. Why not? It didn't hurt, so it's fine. Anyway, this is the dark shadow stuff and a filter overlay layer. I just slid these in with a just simple thing, like just sliding in, sliding out. For this one, it was not that hard to do. You had to use hot color to get it all blue, and like they're both blue. Originally, hot color is like doing yellow and blue were the opposite color, but I just did both blue. And there's a flicker thing, it looks like a hologram. And there's directional blur, so it looks like a hologram basically. For her, for Mackenzie, I just added an inner glow to the layer herself because it seemed like the light was coming from everywhere. I don't necessarily know how it comes from underneath the toes, but it's fine. And yeah, simple camera motion. I used a lot of panning right/left, I don't know. Panning left, yeah. Used a lot of panning left throughout this mini movie. Makes things nicer, spicier. Rule number 1 of watching me edit. I never tell you. We never really know what circle 1 and rectangle 1 are for. We just figure it out, because we don't name layers here. That's for suckers. Anyway, this is, the sparky stuff. This is basically like, she got shot, so like, whoops, wrong layer. So she got shot, and like all the sparky cool stuff that's like floating, but for some reason it's going down. I had a hard time animating this for some reason, because they just acted weird with the camera. So yeah. This is a Vignette layer, because it would be more ominous that way. Same with the sliding layer, more ominous. We all like the ominousness, omni, whatever. These are the glowy stuff, because I don't know why it could have been a lot easier if I just had the original character file, but I just tried to hand track it myself. It wasn't perfect, it's kind of jittery, but it works, so it's fine. This layer is like just copying the raw footage, but duplicating it to have a cool overlay kind of effect with some blur on top. I was actually debating whether to do spin blur or directional blur. Wait, thinking that directional blur kind of does look better. Oh well, I think I did spin blur because like it looks more ominous, because she's like towering her and stuff. And these two are the eyelids. That's like closing, shut, struggling to keep them open. So yeah, that was it. So basic things out of the way. This is just a motion blur layer. It's just me using copy background and motion blur because I was too lazy to add motion blur to each individual layer. This is a filter. It's also pretty easy. Just, I use some color balance. I don't quite know how to perfect color balance, but like, I was just seeing what actually just looks good. Shade, because the light is coming from a certain direction, and I thought it would look better with shade, and it did. So yay. I had to add the weapon that fell down, and I just duplicated the same weapon layer and made it glow. And this is Mackenzie doing Mackenzie stuff, fighting the person. This original thing is like, it's if without the whole camera and the thing, you can see that it's actually moving, like rotating. It was just me, It was just me, like, screen recording. It was just me screen recording in Sketchfab and just putting it in here. Because you can see the screen recording stuff here. But I hid it, so yeah, you don't know. And for her, I used the pinch bulge and the flip layer thing, so it looks like she's spinning, when really she's just flat. The pinch blur makes it look kind of more 3D, but it doesn't help that much. But it's fine. It's not really all that noticeable with the camera and the motion blur. Still looks good, but could be better. And then she was just appearing out of from other parallel universes and fighting. It was not that hard to do, actually. I also thought that it would be like good for her to like become white, like flash in with white, because the beginning you could see that it was like flashing with light whenever she went to the other universes when she first figured out how to travel. So yeah, that was the scene. Oh yeah, I also zoomed in. Maybe it looked better zooming out. Oh well.